Morning, church. You know, actually, when Brother Derek gave me a call yesterday, and he told me that we're going to share for the future talk about love, I told him, Brother Derek, from this moment on, I keep on laughing. You know why? Because my partner and me, we just have, some kind of like a comedy bar. Whenever we start talking, she will never hold her peace. She wants to talk too. But I took something from the book which is written by Sister Miriam Tunanday, and it's called Home Builders. Let me get my fourth eye. The verbalization of love in marriage on a daily basis make a deep impression on both husband and wife, and enriches the conjugal relationship. Have you ever heard a conversation like this? Listen.
Papi, do you really love me?
What's happening to you?
Nothing. I just want to know if you really love me.
Why, you mean you don't know?
Well, I'm not sure after 23 years.
Foolish. What makes you doubt?
Really, Papi, I don't know if you love me.
Where I come? Why? You haven't really said I love you. This is my life. You mean we've been together for all those years and you don't know?
Why you haven't really said I love you since our wedding day?
Look, we've eaten together, slept together, lived together under one roof for 23 years. Don't you call that love?
I don't know.
I've fed you and our children, provided you a comfortable home and protected you. Isn't that love?
But do you love me?
Why, of course, I love you.
Hi. After 23 years, Papi, it's exhilarating to hear those words again.
Does that sound familiar? Really, how many homes today have husband and wife starving to hear those words again? How many married couples take their spouses for granted? They go on the rounds of eating, sleeping, and living together without expressing their innermost feelings to each other. How can two people, liberal with their utterances of love in courtship days, be so stingy with such expressions of caring for each other in marriage? Filipinos, they say, are more inhibited in their verbalization of feelings than Westerners. Whether this is true or not, it might be well for those of us who have vowed of love our partners for life to ask a few basic questions, such as, am I free to express myself to my husband or wife? How much of my own thoughts or feelings do I reveal to him or her? How often do I say how much I love him or her? Do my deeds measure up to my words? Some people regard the expression of love as a weakness, but it is the expression of love that makes it exist. It is the repression of that emotion in marriage which makes it wither and die. When it is manifested as it should be, well, it be seen, it looks and manners, and heard in the tone of a utterer's voice. The receiver, in return, is stimulated to do his best and rise to excellence and marital performance. The communication of love in marriage on a daily basis makes a deep impression on both husband and wife and enriches the conjugal relationship. Why not bring in the loveliness and beauty of your wedding memories by deciding to share these 3 meaningful words? By the way, the title of this reading is I love you. These 3 meaningful words, I love you, with the only one you promise to cherish every day. So last night, while I was preparing for this kind of reading, I let her sleep early because I need to make a poem. So I just hope this poem would, somehow make our love stronger for 23 years. And I titled this poem as My Love, My Bride, My Partner, and My Wife. Not so long ago, I presume, I looked up into the dark sky and talked to the moon. I told him, why don't you give me a partner? Whom will I love dearly and I will care? The moon told me, talk to God instead of me. I cannot do anything. I am not as great as He. Well, I tried to talk to him. After all, I will lose nothing. Maybe the moon is right. God will give me something to love, but not that same night. One day, since from that conversation, there seems to be some magical spell or some strange emotion. And so, the two-person met coming from strange places. They are both 2,400 kilometers away from each other, or more, I guess. Just like an ordinary days for ordinary people, you cannot call it love if nothing seems to be working at all. But when I saw her, I was stunned and stood like a metal pole. I asked myself, what is happening to me? Am I under a spell of voodoo magic maybe? Well, I guess there is no turning back. This is now to be my greatest luck. I don't want to let it pass without giving it a try. I kept on pitching myself, come on, Joven, don't be shy. Later on, I found myself talking with her, sharing some jokes and stories which she doesn't care. I have to keep on trying, don't give up anything. I have to be persistent. This is what our dear God meant. It is time for me to cut the story short. Your excitement, your wild imaginations, I have to abort. But I really thank God, because now in my life, He gave me my love, my bride, my partner, and my wife.
This is right.